Good morning, everybody. This is Debruti Chatterjee from Landmark Immigration, and today we are having Mr. Shivang from Thomas College. So, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right, sir. So, today we will discuss about Thomas College, the
Yes.
history about the college, what is going on about you, about the programs, every sort of thing. In the meantime, अगर किसी को query होती है, they can comment on the comment section, and also they can call me on the same number 9041390412. Okay, so sir, we will start with you as well as a little bit of history about the college.
Perfect. Good morning, everyone who are watching us today. My name is Shivang Malik, and I'm the International Recruitment Manager for Thomas College. Thomas College is a small private institution in the United States of America. We are a 128 years old private college. But though we are a private college, but unlike other assumptions of private institutions, we are quite an old institution. As I've already told you, we have a history of 128 years, and we are accredited by the New England Commission of Higher Education.
Right.
So it's one of the governing bodies that give accreditations to the institutions in the New England area of USA. So we are governed by that, and we are a huge college. It's not that we are a small college. If you talk about our campus, we are spread across 110 acres of campus. So that's a huge campus that we have. And starting from the programs that we offer to the on campus residences to the sports facility, everything is available for the students right on campus. One major thing that I would want to highlight is the location. We are located in the city of Waterville
Okay.
in the state which is called Maine. So Maine is to the extreme right. If you look at the map of United States of America, the extreme top right corner of the United States of America is the state of Maine, which shares its border with Quebec province in Canada, and another side
Okay.
to New Brunswick province in Canada. So that's where we are, just to tell you geographically where we are located.
Okay. So we
Yes.
have a connection between USA and Canada, Quebec City,
Correct. So,
right?
if you talk about New Brunswick, the capital of New Brunswick is around 3.5 hours away by road from Waterville. And if
Okay.
you talk about Quebec, it's another 4.5 hours. We are 4 hours away from Boston uh, by road. That's how we are.
Okay.
So everything
Okay.
is easily
And so,
accessible.
sorry.
I said everything is easily accessible by road. Wherever you would want to access, be it Canada or US, you can go via road. You can drive down, and or maybe if you want to take a flight, you can.
Yes, sir. Your video was stuck actually.
I think it's your internet which is acting up a little bit. Things look fine at
Yes.
my end.
Yes. Now it's
Anyway, we can
fine.
go ahead. Yeah, we can go ahead. Yes, please.
Yes. So, sir, I want to know about the like basic culture of USA. Like, people are coming to USA as such a different thing to them. The mood of
Correct.
living, the culture, all of that. So, how this special college, Thomas College, will help the student out in that perspectives.
Perfect. Sure. So generally, USA has been one of the top priorities for students and people who want to go out and get that
Right.
Western education experience. So it's absolutely about living the big American dream, and students who want to do that can choose to study at Thomas College. Reason being that, first of all, even though we are quite an old institution, we are a 128-year-old institution, but our total student strength is really less. We are a college with a
Okay.
total student strength of around 850 students, and we are not looking forward to grow. Now, reason being why we are such a small student strength is because we generally cater to the first generation students in the United States. Majority of our students are
Okay.
domestic students or international students are first generation students. When I talk about that they are first
Okay.
generation student, that means nobody in their family, neither their parents nor their grandparents or their grandparents, have ever been to college. This is the first generation from the
Okay.
whole family to pursue education after their high school, which is a big thing. That is why coming
Okay.
to an institution and feeling welcomed is really important. If they, I mean, if they are just one of the numbers in the student strength, they will not feel belong to
Right.
that place. They will not be motivated enough to pursue that education. So that is the reason we cater to first generation students and we take a lot of pride into it. We are quite highly ranked in terms of
Okay.
social mobility. When I talk about social mobility, it means that the kind of job perspective and a lifestyle a student may have before joining Thomas College and after they leave is it's quite highly ranked. So that means the social mobility is really higher. After coming to Thomas College and pursuing their education, students get better jobs, highly ranked jobs, high paid jobs, which eventually results into higher
Right.
lifestyle, better lifestyle for them. So that is why students who are looking forward to coming to United States of America to study, just in case
Right.
they are under the fear that they might, get some cultural shock, might get some shock in terms of the way education is delivered, or they may not be able to cope up with the environment. I think Thomas College is a small, close knit community of students, parents, and the educationalists, and that is where the student will be able to adjust also. One important highlight I would want to make is that the state of Maine has been ranked the safest state in the United States in last 5 years. So the state reports the
Okay.
lowest gun violence, which is one of the concerns of parents and students these days. They want to move to a safer location. So Maine is
Exactly.
comparatively safer as to other states. So for parents and students, it can be a good and safe place to choose to pursue their studies ahead.
Okay. Great. And so, one more question that I have, because I have met a lot of students who want to visit USA, who want to study in USA. So, but when we, tell them that it also that they have to appear for the interview round, for the visa, so they get
Correct.
scared of that. So like क्या हो गया उनके साथ interview देने जाना है, तो they are like not fond of these things, but they are more interested in USA because we know कि USA it's USA. हम सुनते
Correct.
आए it's America is America, so it's not like it doesn't have any
Correct.
competitor that perspective. So what is your perspective over that कि उनको कैसे train होना चाहिए, उनको कैसे selectively institution select करना चाहिए, या उसकी visa success rate के हिसाब से कितना होना चाहिए. So what is your overall experience in that? How do you guide a student?
So generally, my take on this situation is to be better prepared for whatever you do. Generally, I see that students are little fearful of appearing for these visa interviews because they think they're not prepared, or they don't want to step out of their comfort zone and go into that formal environment
Exactly,
of
exactly.
facing an interview. But we have to realize one thing: eventually everybody has to appear for an interview. Whether you are an entrepreneur, you have to appear for an interview to you know pitch to your investors. If you want to go for a job, you have to appear
Investors.
for an interview to appear for a job. Okay. So I mean, interviews are everywhere. You cannot escape that in your life ever. So the earlier you start, the better it is. That's what I say. And visa interviews are fairly
Exactly.
simple. They're just going to ask you, who are you? Why do you want to go to United States of America? Why do you want to study there? And these are basic questions. And I think this is something that everybody should know. Even if you are just a student, you should know why you're going to United States of America, why you're going to study there. What is your program? Why are you choosing that program? Because if you don't know the answer to
Right.
these questions today, it is going to hunt that to you tomorrow or any day after that, because your future depends on it. So it is very important that you
Right.
take a collective call, an informed decision with yourself. And if you're doing that, facing an interview will not be a challenge. Okay. So, I mean, right
Right.
now, what we are is basically an interview setup. You're asking me what I do, you're asking me about my college. If I'm not prepared for it, there is no
Exactly.
point that you're sitting here. Okay. And if it is a
Exactly.
fair for students to speak English right in front of maybe somebody who is taking their interview while they are filing for the visa, I mean, that's the basic thing. Tomorrow, while you're going to land right from the airport to your college to your accommodation, everything runs around English. That's your only medium of communication. So you have to prepare yourself and be better at
Exactly.
it. And trust
Absolutely.
me, I mean, there is no harm. It's not that difficult. There's no rocket science. They're not going to ask you to derive
Mhm.
mathematical theorems or find the value of x while you are at the interview.
Right.
It's just a simple English question that they're going to ask you. So, I mean, that's the least a student should be prepared for.
Exactly. And so from Landmark, we used to take mock test, and I also personally, guide students because I have my team only for the training purpose. So the questions are
So,
very basic. It's like what we guide them to be a pair of themselves, like be yourself, not be somebody else. That is only thing
correct.
that I guide them because that is the only realistic thing that they always observe in a student before filing the visa or
I
before
think
going
that's
like
really important
passing the
that you help the students prepare for it. We, as a college, if a student is facing an interview, we have our whole team back in campus. And if you want to connect your students to our team, we'll be more than happy to help them.
okay,
We, as an institution, can step in and help the
exactly,
student prepare for the interview.
right, absolutely right, sir. And so my next question will be what is the job scenario in USA in the meantime of the their education as well as after the education. Like I know that fully वो काम नहीं कर सकते while studying, but when it comes to the
Correct.
OPD, the CPT, when it
Yeah.
comes to the little internship, so what is the scenario over that?
So, I mean, first of all, student cannot work off campus while they are studying, but they can work on campus at their university or a college campus while they're studying. And we have plenty of jobs available for our students while they are at the campus. We have a couple of international
Okay.
students who are already working as part-time employees right on campus while they're studying. So they can certainly do that. Now, depending on the program that they've chosen, they can stay back in the United States of America to look for their jobs. So if they're choosing a STEM
Okay.
program, generally they can stay
Okay.
back for
Yes.
12 months plus 24 months after the program, which will be total of 36 months. But if they're choosing a non-STEM program,
36.
they'll be able to stay for 12 months after their education to look for a job, to settle down, and look for their employers to sponsor their their stay
Right.
back visas for that matter. So that's how it generally is. But for students looking for part-time jobs, there are certainly a lot of opportunities available with us on campus. They can do that.
And I think it is more convenient for them working in a campus because they have the chance to interact with the teachers, and they can channelize them with a lot of jobs and suggest them about the career goals and every sort of thing. I think that will be
Absolutely.
great if they work. Yeah.
There is nothing better than working on campus because eventually they're going to study on
Exactly.
campus, they're staying on campus. So it saves them a lot of time and energy. So I think that's always recommended.
Yes. Yes. And so my next question will be like, what are the programs that you offer to the students?
Interesting. Okay. So we have couple of faculties right on campus. We have School of Arts and Sciences. We have School of Business, School of
Okay.
Education. But I'm going to highlight few programs for you which are of common interest to the students. Under our School of Arts and Sciences, we have an applied mathematics program We have computer and information system program. We have
Okay.
a computer science program. We have criminal justice, cyber security, digital media. We
Okay.
also have a psychology program. For students who are looking for a BBA kind of a program, we have programs into accounting, business
Right.
administration, business analytics, entrepreneurship, finance, HRM, international business, and all of that. We also have a child care management program and early childhood education program. For students who are looking for a PG program,
Okay.
we have a 1 year accelerated MBA program. So a student can complete their MBA within 1 year if they are coming to study at Thomas College. But as we
Okay.
discussed, I would especially like to mention these STEM programs that comes with 12 plus 24 months of OPT. Uh, these programs
Right.
are applied mathematics program, computer information system program, computer science program, cyber security, digital media, environmental science and policy, and business analytics program. All of these are STEM programs
Okay.
and give them an extended stay back option after their education. For MBA program, I've already told you anybody with a 3 years of bachelor's degree. So anybody who has done a BA or a BCA or a BCom from India can apply for an MBA program with us. And it's an accelerated
Okay.
program. So they'll
So
be able to
we
complete.
have right.
Yes, please go ahead.
सर आर्ट्स एंड साइंस में जो प्रोग्राम्स हैं उसमें स्टेम प्रोग्राम के अलावा कोई प्रोग्राम है?
Definitely, a lot of them. Apart from them, we have a
ओके,
communication
सो उसमें
program. We have
ओके
sorry,
कम्युनिकेशन प्रोग्राम.
we have criminal justice, we have environmental science and policy, global sustainability, interdisciplinary studies, psychology, political science. All of these are non-STEM programs.
Political science also we have.
Yes, yes,
Okay. Okay, so it's interesting, and also cyber security and criminal justice. These two are in trend because I made student in one of my seminars, so they are more into that. When it comes to
correct,
Canada or
absolutely,
USA or UK, whatever it is, but they are more fond of these things, and also the trend of AI. It's something like boom, right? So yeah,
correct.
and they offered CPD also.
We offer CPT into this. Yes, we do.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
Only in STEM program or
only in
CPT
STEM
is
program.
for all the
Only in
programs,
STEM
then?
program.
All the programs, only
Yes,
STEM
yes,
programs.
only STEM.
Okay, okay. And do we have BBA in general studies, like in general BBA, or
No,
it
we have
always be in a
BBA with certain
specialization?
specializations, as I've told you. We have BBA into accounting, finance,
Okay,
economics, entrepreneurship, HRM, marketing, international business, all
right.
of that.
I think we have covered IT, science, arts, business, all of them. So, do we have any medical kind of course, like for the medical
No,
students,
we
for the
don't offer any medical
specific
based programs.
medical? Okay, but science as
Yeah.
well. Science we
Yes.
have a lot of options.
Correct.
Yes,
Correct. Correct. We do.
yes.
We do.
And what is the criteria for the programs like the IELTS requirement, and also if PT is accepted? So, and also what is the score accepted in the academics? What is about this?
So I'll talk about the undergraduate programs first. But before I start with that, I would also
Okay,
want to highlight, as I've already told you, that a student can complete an accelerated MBA program within 1 year. Similarly, student
right.
going for undergraduate degree can complete their degree in 3 years. They can take extra credits and
Okay,
complete their undergraduate degree within 3 years. That's an option available to them. Okay.
okay. And all of the programs, it's 4 years.
All the programs are 4 years, but can be accelerated and completed into 3 years.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
So, what is the benefit of it? Like,
they will save on 1 year of tuition fee. Absolutely right. They'll save on 1 year of tuition
okay,
fee. They will complete the program early, and probably if they want to complete MBA after it, they can complete their bachelor's and their master's within 4 years. That's an add-on, right?
great, great.
So talking about the eligibility criteria
Yes, the requirement.
for undergraduate
Right,
program, it
right.
starts at 55% and above in grade 12. We generally look at overall percentage of
Okay,
55%. 60% and above is where our scholarship criteria starts. We do offer a lot of
okay,
scholarships, and I'm going to talk about that on a later stage. But talking about the IELTS
for
requirement,
sure.
we require uh, an IELTS score of 6 overall, and we can accept 5.5 in one of the modules. We also accept TOEFL with an overall score of 75. We accept Duolingo with an
Okay,
overall score of
75.
100.
That's great.
Yes, TOEFL is 75, Duolingo is 100. That's what we require for the language requirements. For our
Okay,
MBA program, we require students to have around 70% in their 3 years of bachelor's, but
okay,
also anybody who's eligible for an MBA program at Thomas College would be entitled for scholarships. The language requirement
okay,
remain the same. IELTS 6 overall, 5.5 in one of the modules, TOEFL to be 75, and Duolingo to be 100.
okay. That's great.
Now, I would want to touch upon a little bit on the scholarships for the students,
Right.
and there are some really good lucrative scholarships. For undergraduate student, every student gets a guaranteed $2,000 of scholarship. Every student, which is called Welcome to Main Scholarship. Okay. In
Okay.
addition to that, anybody who has 60% in their grade 12 will get a 10,000 Canadian dollars of scholarship.
Okay.
So 10 plus 2,
10,000?
10,000 Canadian dollars of scholarship.
Okay.
60% and above will make them eligible for $10,000 of scholarship. 70% and above will make them eligible for 14,000 Canadian dollar or USD of scholarship.
So it's 14,000
$14,000.
plus 2,000.
Yes, yes.
Great.
And anybody with 80% and above will get 18,000 USD of scholarship. So 18 plus 2.
Okay.
So
Great.
60% and above, 10 plus 2, 70% and above, 14 plus 2, 80% and above, 16 plus 2, 18 plus 2, sorry.
Right.
Okay. Now our total tuition fee is 30,000 USD.
13?
30,000 USD. Our total tuition fee is 30,000
3,000.
USD. Yes. Now
Okay.
let us suppose you have a student with 60% marks. So 10 plus 2, 12. All they have to pay for 1 year of tuition fee is 18,000 USD.
That is very minimal, very comfortable kind of
Correct.
price everybody can afford. Yeah.
Anybody, let's say with 80% and above gets a 20,000 USD of scholarship. All they have to pay for 1 year of tuition fee would be 10,000 USD only. And this is a renewable scholarship.
Yes.
If a student is maintaining this average,
Okay.
they'll get scholarship for every year. Now, now let us
Okay.
imagine you have a student with 80% marks who is paying 10,000 USD as 1 year of tuition fee. And a student can complete their bachelor's degree, undergrad degree within 3 years. So 10,000 plus 10,000 plus 10,000. In 30,000 USD, they will complete their
30,000
whole bachelor's degree.
full bachelor degree. That's great.
So in price of 1 year of tuition fee, they're completing their whole degree. That's how it is.
Absolutely. And sir, USA में it's a lot like it is a very comfortable price if I say, you know,
Correct.
scholarship also they can yeah. And so what's about the like acha, you have mentioned the MBA MBA for the same for the 1 year of MBA it is going to be the
Scholarships,
same.
they're different. So anybody who has 70% and above gets a 14,000 USD of scholarship. There is no welcome to main scholarship here. But again, if you see that
Okay.
30 minus 14 is 16,000, they're completing an MBA program in 16,000 USD. Anybody
Right.
with 80% and above going for an MBA program gets 16,000 USD of scholarship. So their net tuition fee would be 14,000 USD for a year.
14,000 invest. Great. Okay, sir. And so my next question would be about the accommodation. So what is about the accommodation part? It is
So we have
in
on-campus
in
accommodation.
campus or off?
We have on-campus accommodation for the students, and that's pretty much affordable.
Okay.
A student can get an on-campus accommodation anywhere between 650 to $700 per month. That to right on campus. So yeah,
650 or 700?
650 to $700. They can get the on-campus accommodation.
I think we are having some connectivity
Yeah,
problem.
no problem. I think you're able to hear me now.
Yes, sir.
So also wanted to mention that there are community kitchens where students can cook their meals. If not, there are food courts right at the
Okay.
campus. Students can access the food court, have their meals. That's pretty much available.
Okay. That's great. And so, if they want to locate outside of the campus, they can, or it is
They
mandatory to
can
have
absolutely. No, no. There's
accommodation?
no mandate to stay on campus. If they want to stay off campus, it's totally their choice. They can do that.
Okay. So, what is their prices then?
It's around the same. Student can save around $50 at max. So 600 to 650 for an
Okay.
off-campus accommodation.
Okay. And what is going to be the average cost? We can say the expenses of the living cost per year.
So your living costs, including your accommodation, fooding, insurance, books, supplies, plus hanging out with your friends once in a while, everything included, would cost a student around 18,000 USD for a year.
Okay. 18,000. Is
18,000.
it good or a lot more? I
No,
don't have
that's
any
pretty
idea. So
decent.
it is
That's pretty decent in
the
terms of
average.
the, yeah, US scenario, because
Okay.
it also includes your insurance, books, and other expenses. So $18,000 is pretty much doable for students.
Great. And sir, जॉब्स के लिए स्टूडेंट को गाइड किया जाता है, उनको ग्रूमिंग सेशंस दिया जाता है, और एनी चैनलाइजिंग प्लेसमेंट समथिंग offered from Thomas College, anything like that?
Absolutely, that's an important question. Really good question. We have a separate department,
Yes.
placements department, that helps the student create their resumes, develop some soft skills. We also offer free certification program to students in finance, insurance, real estate,
Right.
and all of these things, just to have them an extra skill set. We help the students apply for the jobs
Okay.
and look out for the jobs. That's our responsibility as an institution. And I also want to mention that we have a guaranteed job program where if a student does not get a job within their own field of study within 6 months of graduation, Thomas College will refund 1 year of their tuition fee.
Okay.
So that's quite
Okay.
an interesting
That's
add-on.
great.
It tells a lot about our placements and the kind of support we extend to our students.
ओके, दैट्स ग्रेट सर। एंड सर, जो ये गारंटीड जॉब प्रोग्राम है, इसमें जो सिखाया जाता है, जो गाइड किया जाता है, ये इन बिटवीन स्टडीज होता है कि लास्ट के
This is
सेमेस्टर में होता है?
no, this is this goes along with the your terms, your
education.
study terms. This goes along with your study terms.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. I think सारे questions solve हो गए हमारे. And being a private organization, also the if it comes to the fee structure, the experience, the facilities, I think it's really nice. इस पे मुझे नहीं लगता कि कोई भी ऐसी बात है कि हाँ प्राइवेट कॉलेज इट विल बी मोर देन 30 और 40 और 50 है ना, पैकेज हो जाते हैं बच्चों
Correct.
के, बहुत
Correct.
ज्यादा एक्सपेंसेस हो जाते हैं, तो इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. And
True.
of course it's an experience institution, so people can go for it. And जो हमें अभी व्यूअर्स देख रहे हैं उनको मैं एक ही चीज बोलूंगी, आप अगर असेसमेंट कराना चाहते हैं, अगर आपको क्राइटेरिया प्लेसमेंट एंड प्रोग्राम वाइज सफिशिएंट लगता है, सो डू विजिट आवर नियरेस्ट ब्रांच, as well as you can call on this number anytime, as well as you can just drop me a text so that मैं आपके असेसमेंट करा पाऊँ. And thank you so much, Mr. Shivang, for your valuable time.
No problem. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All
Okay.
right.